you normally have the road signs that says where you have to go. We have special road signs for cyclists, so they know.
So cool.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So the DJs come to a city in the south of the Netherlands, and then a little bit later that day they would go to a city in the middle of the Netherlands. So
Welcome to Tax Catch Up. Thank you so much for tuning in today. このチャンネルでは世界中にいる僕自身の友達に電話をかけて彼または彼女の地元のクールなスポットを紹介してもらいます。ガイドブックで載っていないようなローカルの目が知るスポットや今流行っていることなどリアルな情報をお届けします。Welcome to Tax Catch Up. リスナーの皆さん、こんにちは。タックです。ですね、このエピソードも、このポッドキャストも早いことで、なんとエピソード7となりました。ですね、まだまだ東京は、寒いんですけど、皆さん、風には気をつけて、毎日楽しんでいますか？ということでですね、今日は、僕の、また別の友達、今日はですね、ヨーロッパのオランダから、ですね、友達の、フランシェンに登場してもらいます。Hey, Fran, how's it?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. It's been a while, isn't it?
Yes, it has been a while. What, like 3 years? 4 years?
I guess so, yeah. It was, I think 4 years ago or something, yeah.
Yeah,
the time,
something
like
that.
I was back in, the first time in Bangkok, so it was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
フランはですね、僕がニュージーランドのホテルで働いてた時に、仲良くなった友達です。とても元気が良くて、そうですね、スポーツとかも大好きだったので、一緒にバスケとかしたりしてました。Yeah, I still remember that like we used to play like basketball like together, and then I was trying so hard to like beat you, but like you are so tall, so I don't know, like, somehow.
No, I was just really good. It had nothing to do with my height.
That's what you say. All right. Could you just give us a short introduction of yourself and then like where you are from?
Yes, of course. So my name is Francine, and if in English they call me Fran, just to shorten it. I am 27, and I live in the Netherlands for all my life, but I've been traveling around the world as well, so that's where I met Takuya. I didn't know it was his first name, Takuya. I also call him Takyap. I thought that was his full name. But we met in New Zealand, and I've been traveling in Australia and around the world. And then now I've been back in the Netherlands for like 2 years now. So, yep.
Okay, yeah. No, seriously? Like, I didn't even know that. Like, you thought, like,
You didn't know?
my, like, last name is Yap, or...
Yeah,
what?
I remember, because we went with Philip and Monica to Queenstown in New Zealand.
Oh.
And then I made a reservation on your name, and you said to me, that's not my real name.
Well, I don't even know, like, if I can call you as a friend. Maybe. Do I have to take it back?
Yeah, maybe.
ちょっと今面白かったのが、実はフランの最初の頃の方はですね、僕の、ですね、名前がタックで名字がヤップだと思ってたそうです。多分それはですね、僕の Facebook の名前かなんかが多分そのタック、ヤップかなんかになってたので、そうと思ってたらしいです。And then, do you wanna maybe talk about like your hometown? Like, which city are you from again?
I live in Arnhem.
Mm-hmm.
It's a city really close to the German border. It's about maybe 15 kilometers away. It's not a very big city. It's about 150,000 people that live there.
Mm-hmm.
But compared to other cities, it's still quite big. Just that in the Netherlands, everything is really spread out.
Right,
so we don't have one big city that has like 1 million people living in there, but we're just everywhere. So, Arnhem is a really nice city, just very central in the country, and you can get around if you want to go traveling to Germany, or if you want to see something else in the Netherlands. It's just a really good location to be.
Cool. フランがですね、のホームタウンがアンハムという、オランダのところの町なんですけど、大体ドイツからですね、15キロ。You said 15 kilometers away from Germany?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, really close.
15キロぐらい離れたところで、ですね、そのネザランドの一番栄えてる都市ってわけではないんですけど、そういう風にですね、ドイツからも近かったりとか、ちゃんとしたですね、シティライフ等もあるようなので、今日はですね、そのアンハムについて、またそうですね、オランダについて少し、紹介してもらおうかなと思います。Okay, so sorry, I'm really bad at like geography in Europe. So you guys are like next to Germany, and is there any like other cities that you guys are like sharing the border?
Yes, so the next country we have Belgium and Luxembourg. So in like the way south tip of the Netherlands, in this like the southest province that we have, it's where we call it the three country point. So that's where all three countries meet up. It's actually it's not attached to Luxembourg. That's wrong what I said. It's just Belgium and Germany, and that's where everything comes together. So it's only with two countries, and then the North Sea is between us and England.
Okay, yep. So you guys are close to England, Belgium, Germany. Am I correct?
Yeah. Correct. Yes.
ちょっと僕もヨーロッパのですね、地理感覚があまりないんですけど、イギリス、上の方はですね、北の方はイギリスに面していて、下の方はですね、そのドイツとベルギーに、面しているそうです。And so, like in the Netherlands, like do you guys speak any other language besides Dutch?
Well, we are really good at English.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that actually?
It's just
like
we always needed it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same in other countries as well. Like because every like Dutch person that I met, like their English is so good, like almost like they'll. I mean, it's weird because I'm saying,
yeah.
But like you guys don't have any like strong accent, like compared to other Europeans. Yeah.
When you know how the accent sounds, like the Dutch English accent, then you can definitely define it. It's just that sometimes it really sounds American, so you cannot really tell. But it's, for example, in Germany, when you watch a movie, they either dub it, so they have German language over the English language.
Right,
Or we only have subtitles, so we hear the English people talking in movies, in shows, in series, and everything like that.
Oh,
so
right.
we know the translation straight away because we hear the English language, and then we have the subtitles. So that's how I think it really helps to learn a language. So many shows nowadays don't have the subtitles yet, so we just watch it without the subtitles, and then you just automatically learn. And we don't. We also have a lot of English songs that we hear on the radio. Dutch songs are also popular, but not as much as English songs. So that's how you get to know English as well.
Oh, cool, yeah. 結構ですね、オランダ人の人ってですね、英語がみんな上手いっていう評判があるというか、僕もオランダ人の友達何人かいるんですけど、みんなとても英語綺麗で、他の例えばそのドイツ人とかフランス人だとたまにちょっとアクセントが強い人がいるんですけど、僕が言うのも変ですけど、そのようにアクセントが強いっていうのがヨーロッパ人のイメージだったんですけど、結構オランダ人の人は英語とても綺麗です。でなんでってフランに今聞いたら、結構ですね、そのドイツとかフランスとかだったら、映画アメリカとかの映画だったら結構フランス語吹き替え、ドイツ語吹き替えっていう風に日本と同じような感じであるらしいんですけど、結構オランダの場合はですね、もう全部サブタイトルでですね、放送とかされてるみたいなので、ちっちゃい頃からですね、そういった風にもうサブタイトルで見るっていうのが習慣化されてたみたいなので、結構その発音が綺麗な英語っていうのがもうほとんどみんな話せるです。Like almost 100% like Dutch people can speak like perfect, like a clear English, right?
I think maybe not. It's just that a lot of Dutch people like to think that they speak English very well.
Yeah.
But we have this thing, we call it that they make English Dutch. So whenever there's a Dutch word, they just try to make it sound more English, and they actually use it in the English language. And then it absolutely makes no sense at all.
Right.
So a lot of people like to think it, but it is true. We are the European country with the most people that can speak English when it's not their mother tongue. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing, like when I think of Netherlands, is bicycle. Like you guys have such a good reputations. Like you guys like bike everywhere. Is that true?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm actually looking out my window right now, and I see about 5 bicycles, and there's no cars on the street right now. So definitely cycling is definitely an important way for us to get about. Yeah.
オランダといえばですね、結構自転車っていうですね、どこに来るにしても自転車乗ってるっていうイメージがとかですね、評判があるんですけど、やっぱりそうのようですね。日本でも結構自転車はですね、広まってるんですけど、やっぱりオランダの場合は道とかがちゃんとですね、整備されてると思うんで、ちょっと聞いてみましょうか。And like, of course, like in Japan, like there's so many bikers, but the problem is like there's no, how do I say, like the special, like, the road.
The cycle path.
Cycle paths. Yeah, like we don't have such kind of things. Like, that's why like most bikers were just like biking on like a footpath. So it's super dangerous, like to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, how's it in Netherlands? Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really good. We have cycle paths everywhere. Even not just in the cities or in the villages, but even from cities to cities and villages to villages. So, and we have, how you normally have the road signs that says where you have to go. We have special road signs for cyclists, so they know.
So cool.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So you always know where to go if you're on a bicycle. Yeah.
And then it's well maintained, right? It's not like a quite bumpy road or.
No. The Netherlands is really, really strict when it comes to their roads, either if it's a car road or a cycle path. Like if there's a bump or anything, they have to remove it, or they're really well maintained.
So you're saying like there's normally like 3 lanes on one street, like one for car and then bicycle and then the pedestrians.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, cool. 日本だと結構歩道とかをやっぱ自転車通るっていうイメージがあって、これちょっとこれ危ないなと僕も思うんですけど、日本に帰ってくるために超びっくりするんですけど、やっぱりオランダとかだとちゃんともう車用の道、歩道、自転車、歩道する人の用の道っていう風に決まってて、もう本当にもうずっとですね、自転車専用の道がもうどこの村に行っても町に行ってもあるようです。やっぱそういう方が乗りやすいですよね。で、本当にですね、ちょっとでこぼこした道があると、もうですね、もうすぐに直しに行ったりっていう風にするようです。And then the other reputations that you guys got is of course like extreme freedom. But maybe we can just talk about this maybe another time.
Yes. No, it's up to you.
Well, I don't know, Probably, Well, actually, like I talk about like marijuana and weed with like the dude from Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Show.
Yeah.
So if you can talk just a bit about it,
Yeah, of course. So I think I don't know how long we have had it, but it's regulated. So it's allowed, and but there are very weird rules. So basically. We have coffee shops. Coffee shops are the places where you go to get your weed. So whenever a Dutch person says to you, do you want to grab a cup of coffee at the coffee shop? That's not what you're going to do. You're going to get weed. They're very strange rules because at a coffee shop, they cannot grow their own weed, but they can sell it. So, where are they getting it from? So it's legal, but it's not illegal at this. It's still, I don't know. It's weird, but it is allowed and in a regulated way. Yeah.
Right, オランダといえばですね、やっぱりそのマリファナとかウィードがもう合法だったりとか、ですね、そういったフリーダムな国っていう風によく言われてるんですけど、やっぱりそのフランも言ってたように、オランダの人がよくマリファナとかウィードをですね、吸うカフェみたいな、バーみたいなのがあるんですけど、それをやっぱコーヒーショップって見れるみたいで、ちょっとコーヒーショップにコーヒー飲み行かないっていう風にオランダ人が言うと、それはそのコーヒーを飲みに行くんじゃなくて、そういったところでウィード吸いに行こうっていう意味のようです。If I'm not wrong, like in the States or like, I mean in Colorado, like, there's still, some quite strict rules for like, people, like, smoking in the cafe. I'm pretty sure that they cannot like smoke in the cafe. They only can smoke at home or something like that. How is it? How is the situation in Netherlands? People can.
It is allowed to smoke in the coffee shop. It's allowed to smoke on the streets. It's allowed to smoke everywhere.
To smoke on the street? Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. So if you were to go to Amsterdam, to the street where all the tourists go, you just get whelmed by the smell. It's everywhere. But even like I think it was yesterday, I walked back from work and I just walk around the corner and I like, whoa, bad smell. So yeah, it's very normal, but it's not like everyone does it. It's not like we come home and smoke a joint and then go to bed. No, that's not it.
Right, yeah. But like for us, like, cause Marifana and we are like just like a complete, like a different, like a level to Japanese because like we don't have like much information about like a health benefit and so. But do like Dutch people like judge people if like the person is smoking weed or marijuana, or people do have like a good understanding of like health benefits of marijuana and weed?
I think for us it's just a recreational thing and not really something like that we see as a medical thing. But when it comes to when people are smoking weed. I think it depends the way you've been brought up by your parents. Like
right.
I've been brought up with the idea that it's not really normal to do it and that you shouldn't. So when I see someone smoking weed, I would be like, oh, okay, well, that's up to them. But I think there's still like a taboo. I don't know if that's the correct English word, but it's not normal for people to do it, but a lot of people still do it. But I think it's still, I think more people do it than people would like to think.
Right, yeah. So you're saying that not many people are using it for medication? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know any people that do it for medical reasons.
Cool.
No.
ですね、前のエピソードでですね、コロラドのアレックスと一緒にしたときに、彼がですね、コロラドがアメリカで初めてウィードとかを合法にした州なので、まあその州ではですね、本当に体に実はウィードとかがですね、いい健康効果を与えてくれるっていうのが研究とかで分かって、そんな風にですね、リラクゼーション効果とかを求めてみんな使い出すようにしてるようなんですけど、フランが知る限りでは、オランダとかではまだそういった風には、みんな使っていないようで、ですね、家庭とかによっては、ちょっとウィードは、危ないものだからしない方がいいよっていう風に、育てられた家庭とかでは、やっぱり、やってはいけないものっていう風に、思ってる人も、僕らと同じようにですね、多いようです。It's very interesting, yeah. Maybe I'll stop.
You have to see and experience for yourself what it's like.
Yeah. Maybe, I have to go to Netherlands to do some research. Alright, maybe we can just dive into your city then. You got like some recommendations?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So our city has a lot of parks. I actually went to go running this morning in one of the parks, and it's right next to my home. So it's about a 5-minute walk, but it really feels like, you have Central Park in New York. It's a big city, and you just feel like you're somewhere far away in the mountains or in the forest. It feels really secluded. So that's what the park is like as well. It's called Park Sonsbeek. And it's just really hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
Sonsbeek. But it's actually quite hilly, my city. So for the Netherlands at least. That's one of my favorite parks to go to.
So no biking there?
Well, I do, but actually my house as well is on a hill. But my friend came over from Scotland a few months ago, and she says this is not a hill. This is not even close to a hill. But for me, it's very hard to cycle up to. So yeah.
So it's a Dutch standard, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then this park got the nice view. from the hill, like up the hill?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And it actually has a castle as well. So if you walk a little bit further, I don't know how old the castle is, but it looks pretty old. And we have in the neighborhood of Arnhem, so not in Arnhem itself, we have quite a lot of castles and that luckily are still in pretty good condition. So you feel really medieval.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Can you go inside?
Yeah, they're open for visitors. I don't know if it's all year round, but most of the times, yes, you can go in.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. 最初のですね、レコメンデーションということは、おすすめを聞いたんですけど、一つ目がですね、そのフランの家から5分ぐらいのところにある、公園のようです。ちょっと僕もすいません、発音がうまくできないので、What's the name again?
Sonsbeek
だそうです。はい。後でショーノートの方にリンクを載せておこうと思うので、そこはですね、本当に、ランニングとかするとても気持ちいいようで、ちょっと坂道のようになっているので、でもそこまでひどい坂道ではないようです。でですね、公園の中にはですね、お城がですね、まだいい状態のですね、お城があったりして、中に入れたりっていうこともできるようなので、ちょっとですね、そこを散歩するのもいいんじゃないかなと思います。で、そのアンハムの街の中にですね、結構そういったですね、よく、まだ、ですね、状態の良いお城っていうのが残ってるみたいなので、そういったお城周りとかも、面白いかもしれないですね。So that, like, you're saying that there's so many castles, like old castles in Arnhem. Is that a part of like a touristy thing that people normally do when they visit your city?
Well, sometimes, but like I said, it's not really in the city itself, so you really have to take a car or go cycling to go there. But another thing that's really famous for Arnhem, it's called the Battle of Arnhem. And when the Second World War was going on, the British people and the Canadian people, they tried to rescue us from the Germans. So what they did, they had the Battle of Arnhem, that's what they called it, and they called it Operation Market Garden. And every year in September, all the old veterans from Britain and from Canada, they come to the Netherlands to remember all the soldiers that have passed away during the war. Because they lost the battle, the Germans were too strong, so it actually failed. So that's where it's really famous for as well.
Okay. It's, how'd you call it? Like, it's like a memorial thing, like memorial stones and stuff? Yeah,
I think like a village next to Arnhem has a really big memorial, like all the graves of all the soldiers are still there.
Right, yeah.
So it's very, very important for all the veterans to still come here every year and remember them, yes.
もう一つのですね、アンハムでよく、ツアリストの人が訪れる場所が、そのアンハムの戦いっていう、第二次世界大戦中にですね、その、ドイツ、との戦いの時に、そういったダッチ、オランダの人たちを、ですね、そのカナダ、イギリスの人が助けに来たらしいんですけど、残念ながらそのドイツに負けてしまったっていう、そういったですね、その戦った選手たちを祀る、そういった石碑とかが、置いてあるのが、その場所のようです。Yeah. History,
yeah. So that's good as well. Yeah. A little bit of history.
Okay. And then like if people want to, how do I say, like, just like walk around or maybe just like travel around in Netherlands, what's the best like transportation?
I would say public transport, just to take the train, because it is still quite expensive, but if you would like to rent a car, it's also quite expensive. And the public transport is pretty good in the Netherlands. We have them going very regularly, and you can go to most of the time,
Oh, cool.
And
most of the time.
So I think that would definitely be the best way to go around. Especially because if you are in the Netherlands, it's really easy to go to other countries as well. So the train connections between the countries are really good. So you can go to Germany or you can go to Belgium or from Belgium to France. So, it's definitely a good way to go.
Cool. オランダではですね、やっぱり一番便利な交通手段は、電車のようですね。電車を使って隣の、ベルギーとかドイツとかそういった、国にも行けるようなので、それを一番お勧めしてました。 trend, like a new trend in Netherlands? Like what, like people normally do in like these days? I mean, I know it's a quite tough question, but.
Wait, what do you mean? Sorry.
Like the new trend, like like something that people are buzzing about, like something new that
new
came
trends.
up. Yeah.
I don't know. That like since like I think it's already going on for quite a few years, maybe like the last 10 years. Festivals are really big in the Netherlands, like dance festivals.
Oh,
yeah.
You mean like a music fest?
Yeah, so like we have a lot of DJs that are from the Netherlands.
Oh,
like,
that's right. Yeah, all the EDM like the DJs are from Netherlands, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Martin Garrix,
Martin Garrix, Chesto, Armin van Buuren. They're really famous around the world, and that's why the dance industry is really big. So a lot of dance festivals, and of course people go there also to take other things than just a drink of water. But but yeah, it's become quite big, and we have in the summer season we have so many festivals everywhere in the Netherlands, so there's always a good one to go to.
Like the outside concert.
Yeah, also always outside, yes.
Oh, okay. オランダといえば僕もちょっと忘れてたんですけど、EDM、がエレクトリックダンスミュージックですかね、の、発祥の地なので、マーティン・ギャリクソンとかも知ってる人はいるかもしれないですけど、そういった今で世界ではとても有名になった DJ の国であるので、そういったですね、DJ とかがプレイする、野外の、フェスティバル、ミュージックフェスティバルが、ですね、ずっと年中あるそうです。Is that difficult to get a ticket? Because you're saying like the whole year you guys have like DJ concerts everywhere, right? Like everywhere in Netherlands.
Yeah, it depends on which festival you want to go to. But they actually have a few festivals that would go during the whole day, but in different locations. So, for example, in the afternoon, the DJs come to a city in the south of the Netherlands, and then a little bit later that day, they would go to a city in the middle of the Netherlands. So they will like put them in a helicopter and make sure they get on time. And then they go in the evening, they go to another one. So it's kind of like a relation. So they switch the DJs around from different places, so everybody gets to see the greatest DJs. So that's pretty cool as well.
So
yeah,
it's not like a quite extreme or like a rare thing to see like those famous DJs for like Dutch people. Am I right? Yeah.
No, I think you have a pretty good chance because we have so many festivals, and of course, most of the times they're only there for 2 or 3 songs that they play, and then they go to the other one. So it's always lots of different artists that come to the festivals.
Oh, cool. 本当にですね、今一つ言ってたの、いい例がですね、一番大きな DJ, what's the name of the DJ like festival that you were saying? The one like, happening, it's like one day and then like many locations.
Oh, I think it's called Flying Dutch.
Such a cool name, Flying Dutch. Flying Dutch っていうミュージックフェスティバルがあるらしいんですけど、それはですね、1日の中で、ですね、オランダの中で、例えば南のオランダの会場とかまた真ん中とかいうふうに各地でですね会場があるんですけど、そこをですねDJ プレイヤーがヘリコプターで移動しながらですねその各会場で1日ですねいろんな場所でDJ をプレイするっていう大きなミュージックフェストがあるそうです。かっこいいですよね。でなんかやっぱりそういった有名なですね DJ とかを多分日本とかだとそういった DJ がプレイするっていうですねDJ コンサートとかだとすごくチケットを取るのが難しかったり高かったりするんですけど、そのオランダ人にとってはやっぱりそういったコンサートがいっぱいあるので、そんなに特別で難しいことではないようです。Oh, cool. How's the like a club culture in Netherlands? Is there any like many like clubs, like nightclubs?
I wouldn't really know.
Oh, because you don't club.
We have a lot of maybe it's similar to pubs, where you go to and you just have a drink. But we do have a lot of clubs. It's just that not something that I would normally go to. So I don't really have recommendations.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go to, like small places where there's like different kind of music. You have like folk music where like really Dutch really bad songs. They're terrible to listen to, but it's fun to sing along to. It's just like mainstream music, but also dance music, just like a combination of everything. And then you're just in a small pub and just having a drink and dancing around. But like really big clubs, we do have them. It's just I don't really know which ones to recommend.
That's good, yeah. Just stay away from clubs.
Clubs and pubs.
Club and pubs, yeah. How about like, no, I'm just talking about cafe, not like cafe as a coffee shop. But like, is there like many cafes like in Netherlands? Do you guys like drink lots of coffee?
I think we do. We're definitely coffee people, but we also like our tea. But yeah, we have lots of cafes, and I think everywhere around the world the last couple of years, it's, like those hipster cafes where you just go in the morning, and it's just such a trend, isn't it? Like it's everywhere. We also have it. We have lots of them.
やっぱオランダでもですね、日本とかと同じようにそのサードウェブコーヒーですかね。っていったヒップスター的なカフェとかが、やっぱり流行っているようですね。まあね、コーヒーと同じぐらいにティーとかも、結構みんな飲むようです。OK。Do you have like any other recommendations?Not much.
Well, in
you can just talk about. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, actually, we do have a city in the Netherlands that's way up north, and it's very difficult. Get ready. It's called Leeuwarden. And
what?
It's exactly. And every year, Europe selects one city somewhere in Europe to be the culture city of that year. And this year, 2018, Leeuwarden is the city of Europe, the most cultural city of Europe. So they try to promote the city, and lots of people, instead of going to Amsterdam or Rotterdam, people go to Leeuwarden or other cities in the Netherlands. So the last couple of years, they really try to promote other places in the Netherlands besides the bigger cities.
Cool. 今です、話してくれた、そのアンハム、と、別の街になるんですけど、そのヨーロッパでですね、毎年、ヨーロッパの中で、最もヒストリカル、歴史、的な街っていうふうに、賞があるらしいんですけど、and, when did you guys get the award? Like last year? 2018?
I think they selected a year before, but for a whole year, the city is the cultural city of Europe. Yeah.
So,
Europe.
そういうふうに毎年選ばれるらしいんですけど、その、レイバーデンという、これも後でちょっと発音がとても難しいので、小ノートに載せると思うんですけど、そこがですね、その2017年度に選ばれて、その翌年がですね、その1年間がその、選ばれた年っていう風になるみたいで、そこもですね、その、アムステルダムと、別にですね、そういったオランダ自体もですね、そこの、街を、もうちょっとプロモートしようっていう風に力を入れているそうです。Okay, and what can we do there then? Just, see all the buildings? All buildings?
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't never been there, but I thought it was a good recommendation, but, it's just good to see. I think it's like a smaller Amsterdam. Amsterdam has a lot of canals, all the small little rivers through the city. And Leeuwarden has it as well. It's just a lot less touristy, so that makes it more unique, I think. And it's good. It's a good way to also go to the small islands that we have just in front of the coast of the Netherlands. They're really, really tiny, and there's not much to do there, but it's just nice to get away and get like close to the sea, and just get away for the weekend. And that's close to that city as well.
Cool. 残念ながらそのフランまでこの街に行ったことないんですけど、彼女が思うにそのアムステルダムのちっちゃいバージョンのような感じなので、ぜひぜひですね、機会がある人は訪れてみたいですよね。Alright, yeah, that's pretty cool. A good recommendation, yeah. And then maybe it's gonna be a super weird question, but like somehow like all the Dutch people that I met, like all of them are super tall. Like, is there any like reason behind this?
That's true, actually.
Why is that? Do you guys drink lots of milk?
We do. I always say that's the reason. That's why we drink. It's why we drink a lot of milk. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's just in our DNA. I don't know for
sure. Is there any short Dutch people though? Like, have you met like any short Dutch?
Yeah, like lots of my friends are short, but that's probably a normal length for you. So, because I think we are probably like the same height. I think. Something like
I wish. Yeah.
We're a little bit similar, right? Yeah.
Yes, I am. I got taller, like in my dreams.
Really? You did?
Yes, okay. In my dream.
Yes. So for us, you would be really small for a man. Like a normal length would be like 185.
You don't need to say that, yeah.
No, but it's just for us.
People can't see me, you know. Yeah. But anyway, オランダ人の人はですね、結構みんな背が高いイメージがすごくあるんですけど、なんでって聞いたら。一つはやっぱりミルクをよく飲むっていうのもあるらしいんですけど、やっぱりフランが言うように、もう本当にですね、みんな背が高いくらいですね。What's the average height though? Do you know?
I think for a man it's like 185. And then or 184 or something like that. And for a woman, I'm actually average height. It's 172 or 171. That's like normal for us.
平均の身長がですね、男性、大人の男性で185ぐらいで、女性は172ぐらい。でも多分そうだと思いますね。すごい背高いです、みんな。Cool, yeah. So like all the bicycles are like big size, right? Like naturally.
I think so, but you can adjust the saddle and everything, so
yeah. Because
they should be okay.
Lots of my friends like came to like live in Japan, and then the first thing they wanted to do is just find a bike, but that was like the hardest mission for like me to help them, because all the bike was like pretty small, like the saddle part is like such a short like length. So yeah, they were having like hard time to find the one for them.
Oh yeah, I think we would have trouble with that as well then if we would go there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Is there anything else that you want to promote? You're the representative of your country, yeah.
I think what is really cool, especially with a lot of tourists that we have coming from Asia, they love tulips. They love the flowers.
That's right. Yes.
We're really famous for that. So actually a really good time to visit the Netherlands would be springtime, because we have one. It's kind of like a museum. It's in the west of the Netherlands. It's called Keukenhof, and that's where you have just tulip fields everywhere. But if you want to say, I don't want to be in the tourist part, I don't want to be with a lot of other tourists, then you definitely have to go to Flevolands. It's a province, probably maybe like an hour from Amsterdam, and that's where there's tulip fields actually for like commercial purposes. So they actually sell them. So what they do, they put the tulips out on the fields, and they just have fields and fields and rows of all different colors, and it just looks beautiful. And they actually chop the tulips off because they want to sell the seeds of the tulips. So that's why they sell it. So they don't want to sell the tulips themselves. They only want to sell the seed. So so other people can grow it in their gardens and everything like that. But it's really gorgeous. So definitely a recommendation.
オランダといえばですね、そう、僕もちょっと忘れてたんですけど、チューリップですよね。で、チューリップでですね、を見たいなら、やっぱ春の時期。around March to April?Yeah,
maybe March to May, something like that.
March to May, 3月か5月ぐらいがいいシーズンだそうで、本当にですね、すごく一番有名なチューリップフィールドがあるのが、What's the first city that you introduced? The one with the huge...
Yeah, it's called Keukenhof.
Keukenhof っていうのが最初のところで、ちょっとツアリスティな、そこがちょっとツアリスティなので、そこが嫌な場合は、What's the second
one?Flavorlands, it's a province.
Flavorland, yeah. ちょっと離れたところにあるのがフレーバーランドってところなので、静かな場所がいい場合はそっちに行った方がいいかもしれないですね。そこではですね、チューリップをですね、ちょっと切って、種とかを、ですね、販売しているようなので、そういった風にですね、自分の家とかでチューリップをされたい人にも、そういう風に、販売をしている、そうです。Yeah, actually, like, we got a famous like a theme park.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the theme of this theme park is like a Dutch, like a Dutch theme.
Oh, really?
That's theme, like theme park.
That's funny.
Which is like super popular and then kind of old, I think. Yeah, it's been around since when I was a child. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's called house tem, like in Japanese, like house tembosu. But I believe, yeah, probably it came from Dutch word, probably. Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah.
And then
there's tulips everywhere.
Yeah. All right. We can just wrap up here, and thank you so much for being on the show. And
you're welcome.
Keep in touch, and then all the best.
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep in touch.
All right. Shoot. タックスキャッチアップを聞いてくださりありがとうございました。コメントや感想はハッシュタグヤオプシテでよろしくお願いします。またこのチャンネルで紹介したスポットはショーノートにてウェブリンクを貼っておりますので、よかったら参考にしてください。またこんな場所の情報が知りたいなどのリクエストもどしどしお待ちしております。それでは Take care and catch you later.